Welcome back to Vintage Story or a Fury and to another best build. In the distance you can see a tower with a tall pointed roof which is absolutely beautiful, and the proportions of this build are stunning. So let's go a little bit closer. It's a little bit of a murky morning, but let's go closer and have a really good look at this build. Now, the build is in my area, Pendle, and it was built by two Russians, Discoverer and Berzzerks. They work as a team and they are legendary builders, absolutely legendary builders. Discoverer goes and gets the materials and Berzzerks is the builder. Now, before they start, they plan everything out, and I've watched them plan on sheets of paper. Look at this, the brooding might of this building. They wanted to come onto Pendle to support Aachen and asked what we would like, and we needed a wizard's tower. I'm not sure this is a traditional wizard's tower, but also it is where we put our forge. So they took over what was the beginnings of a forge that I'd built with windmills and, you know, high up and stuff like that, and they turned it into something absolutely spectacular. This building is asymmetrical, and yet it looks so right. They've got it perfectly. It's very quirky. There are a lot of external staircases, balconies, odd little bits and pieces. Now, we've called it Melchior the Alchemist because alchemists work with metals. Look at this beautiful palette. It's a limited palette. Let me put F4 on there, you can see. We've got firelight stone bricks at the bottom, which are this gorgeous sort of purpley colour. Then we've got granite cobblestone, we've got slate, and we've got details in andesite. So we've got 4 different colours here. None of them are bright. They're all very subtle colours. And look at the staircases. So we come up and we don't go straight in. And again, it's one of the things I really like, that you don't go straight in. I tend to make staircases going straight. But doesn't it look nice when you come up here and come in this way? Now, this is the ground floor, and you can see that this is the shaft for windmills. On this floor, we have a beautiful kitchen area. We have 3 ovens, and beneath here we have a cooking oven. We've got grills where we can grill our steaks over the fire. How good is that? Obviously we have a beautiful kitchen table and a kitchen fireplace. We have wonderful chiseled screens that separate this build from the rest. And then coming in here, we've got Tyron and Saraty chatting. Saraty is one of the developers of Vintage Story, and Tyron is a very experienced player who helps the developers a lot. We've got hanging areas with the currant bushes in. No raccoon can touch them. This is wonderful. We've got little pots of herbs, of course. We have barrels, chests, and a sheaf of hay, which is pretty wonderful actually. Through here I have taken out the crops, but this is where we can grow crops. This is a little tiny kitchen garden. It's got water in it, but just in case we have a watering can. Look at the screens, look at the roof. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely exquisite. So it's a little hanging garden, this one. So this is the ground floor, but the main business of the forge, you can see the workbench is here, is down below, and look at that for a sight. And in fact, I am going to take a screenshot of that. It's absolutely wonderful. And of course, everything is properly supported with these chiseled beams. We've got chiseled grills over the window, I think is the best way of expressing that. And it's just brilliant. Look at this. Reinforced concrete holding the whole building up, or reinforced structures, I think, not concrete. We will go down first and have a look down below. Now down here we have support beams, great big support columns of oak. We've got this beautiful structure which is chert and andesite. This is an industrial robot, guys, just in case you were wondering. Along here, look at the number of molds. Look at the beautiful tables they're on. I mean, this is building on a vast scale. Beautiful chiseled supports up here. Just in case you didn't have enough molds downstairs, there are more up here. Gorgeous, gorgeous work. And then along here we have boxes. I mean, boxes and boxes of anything you could possibly want. This is where the helve hammers are. And this gorgeous latticed framework of very industrial looking metal that curves over the top. I know it's not metal, guys. I know it's not metal, but it looks it. Iron, of course. And then in here we have an anvil made of meteoric iron. Through here, this is where we have the mechanisms for the helve hammers. I have not built that. But we even have iron doors to reinforce them. Absolutely gorgeous. And then down here we have our vaults, where we have plates, we have steel in the corner, and we have drifters. Dang it, I thought we'd block them off. We are in the process. Oh dear, I'm going to have to fight them. Oh well, go away. Just die. Ah yeah, I've got another one coming through, of course. Where have you come from? I thought we'd sealed everything off down here, because we're actually still extending this. We are going to build catacombs out under here. They came over this bit. Ah, they're spawning up there. Now, this is where we're extending into catacombs, and through here. Oh, they might be coming in through here. That is an evil place there. It truly is. That is the passageway under our building, Salem Sam. Let's just eat something. We have iron grills. Now behind here we have furnaces. We have more mechanisms. These work the querns, by the way. Let's go up this way. That's right. Just want to make sure that we are going the right way. Let me just pause to have some of my... This is cassava with soybean. Very filling. Right, now we've got piles of crates, of course. Through here we have a beautiful grill. There's an underneath floor, and then these are our cementation furnaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. These guys do not mess around. So we go down here, and these are the ovens that feed the furnaces, obviously, all with proper oven doors. And there's a coke oven down here in case you want one as well. And these bricks are dark mud bricks, and they look fantastic on this floor. They really suit this building. And of course, there is the odd cobweb, as you would expect in a building like this. And look at this, metal spikes from the ceiling. How good is that? The whole structure is bleeding metal. Now, on the floor above also, we have got rows and rows of furnaces. Oh, I just want to show you, we have an arrangement of ghostly windmills in there. Absolutely amazing. And the gearing has to be seen to be believed. It is astonishing. We are thinking of moving the windmills up, actually. That's why they're in a sort of temporary structure there. Now here, if you want to get to the furnaces, you go down one of these wonderful little areas and along here. I need to put a top on that one. I've been making glass. So that's the underneath of the forge, the business side of the forge. We have bookcases, of course. And then we come up here. Look at this beautiful shelf. Beautiful grill work, and we have a central shaft that I think is absolutely exquisite, and we might just take another picture of that. Then coming this way we have just an empty room, but this is where the roof comes down, and the view from here is absolutely spectacular, really spectacular. We ought to rent this out to somebody who's just starting and would come and help me. Now, I said I wanted a good view. I didn't want too industrial a view from my house, which is over there. My house is Hecate just there. So Berzzerks built me this gorgeous, gorgeous external garden. And who would have thought of building a garden like this with these little beds, you know, the supporting structures? It looks wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Let's just shut the door there. And then round there you have arches over that central part there. So coming back this way, now to get up, it would have been so easy to take a staircase up inside, but oh no. We have a balcony overlooking Pendle, which looks wonderful in this light, absolutely wonderful. So we then go up externally so that I can get a good view of my own house. I tell you, you can't sit and have a cup of coffee over there without somebody overlooking you. And then we come up again and look at this exquisite balcony, cantilevered out. Isn't that gorgeous? And look at the work here, absolutely fantastic, completely and utterly fantastic. Again, all chiseled, so quirky. I love the asymmetry of it. It's just gorgeous. We have the most wonderful balcony out here where we can go around, we can look over the surrounding district. That's Egg Whites over there, by the way, and to the north of us is Iowa Dilly. It's Pirates Cove, by the way, is our Dilly's place. And then again, we can look out over Pendle, get some good views. Coming in here, which, I mean, I love the whole thing. But to go up again, we have to go out here, as you probably saw, another external staircase, but this time overshadowed by this gorgeous balcony that sticks out all the way around. And coming up here, this is walnut on the floor, by the way, guys. Just saying. We've got balconies, lovely, lovely beams. Coming up again. And this is the roof. We have an odd block there we can't get rid of. And I can tell that they were debating whether to put the windmills out here or not. But it's also access to the roof. Now, guys, ebony on the floor. And just look at that roof. Absolutely fabulous. And it is all blue shingle blocks. What a structure. What patience. What work. What devotion to the perfect build. And it's lovely to see these new blocks being showcased in a build of this size. It's fabulous. So we go down again over here. There we go. And then down again onto the ground floor, where we have these beautiful structures. I love the banner of Forlorn Hope. Absolutely love it. It's beautiful. And I don't think I pointed it out, but down here we actually have the Sword of Forlorn Hope too, which is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Look at that. These beautiful Sword of Forlorn Hope. We really do need a special sword holder if we're going to have spectacular swords. In the old days, you know, spectacular swords were always named, hence the Sword of Forlorn Hope. But also, it would be lovely to be able to mount them on a special sword holder, wouldn't it? So let's go back, or rather outside, and have a look from the outside so that you can see again how this building is constructed and how wonderful it looks. You can hear the windmills under here. Look at that. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? All that asymmetry, that wasn't a very good focus on it. Let's try and get that a bit more even. There we go. And we have wonderful green spires over here. You can see how the balcony bits look when they stick out. That's not a balcony, I know, but you know what I mean. And up there, the balcony all the way around looks magnificent, doesn't it? And these structures look just as good from the outside as they do from the inside. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. And, you know, everything is really supported. This is the sort of building that is not going to move in an earthquake. It looks absolutely rock solid. It's fantastic. I love it. And I think that as buildings go, this is one of the best I've ever seen, just because of the quirkiness, the sheer work, the detail, and the beautiful, beautiful building knowledge that's gone into it. Let's go back across the bay and have one more look at that gorgeous, gorgeous proportion. And then we will think about how it sits in this structure. It wasn't quite the Wizard's Tower I'd envisaged, but sometimes you end up with the most fantastic structure that you hadn't really thought about. And I have to say that they are superb builders. I'd say that, I mean, I'm a quirky builder, you know. I like building sort of witches' houses and cobweb curtains and crazy things like that. But look at the proportions of that tower. It just looks so right. So I hope you have enjoyed this tour, and I want to thank Discoverer and Berzzerk for building such a superb structure in Pendle. It has really added to the uniqueness of our little place here. Bye bye.